Hello, this is Art. Today I'm going to be going over the best American manga you should buy and read. And that series is no other than Ruthless Render. Today we're going to be going over the format first before we go into the meat of the video. This format is actually my favorite format in terms of the size. The size is about a SIG size volume, or like a Tokyo Ghoul size volume, if you guys know what that size is. The reason why I love this size so much is because of the pages. Like, you could see the artwork a lot better, the words are more clear because they're bigger, and for me, like when I read One Piece, I wish the pages were this size, simply because I could look at the artwork better. But sometimes One Piece it's so wordy, and I wish that I could just see the words bigger, because like it just gets all cluttered and all whatever. And so, like, personally, this is the perfect size for me. Now for the thing that actually makes this superior: the colored pages and chapter covers. To me, I am a sucker for that. I actually really like the manga black and white format better than the comic book format, but in manga there will be times that it is clearly a colored page or it is clearly a colored manga cover, but they always turn it black and white, and I never understood that. But for this, they actually include the colored chapter pages. This is the preferable manga format for me. Like, if every other manga did that, that'd be so awesome. Of course, deluxe editions, 3-in-1s, and hardcovers are more of like what I go for, but in terms of just like the standard volume, this for sure is the best. Okay, this is the part where I talk about the story, so I'm just going to be going over the first chapter because I don't want to spoil the book, but if you don't want spoilers for the first chapter, make sure to skip ahead. This series has everything you want. It has action, it has stakes, it has gore. If you like Chainsaw Man or Jujutsu Kaisen or Dandadan, this is going to be the perfect series for you. The story starts off explaining the power system. There are these people called Utters, and they have the power to speak things into existence. And once they're spoken into existence, they turn into Renders. Renders are the physical manifestation of the Utters using their powers, but Renders are always evil. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Renders are always evil. It cuts to Castell, the main character, and it shows the tragic death of his mother by an unknown Render. Fast forward, and it cuts to Castell on a mission to kill and collect money from someone who owes money to a mob boss that Castell actually works for, Petrov. With that money he owed, he hired a Render to protect him. Castell kills both the Render and the man. He collects the money and delivers it to the mob boss. Later, it reveals that Castell actually stole money in order to buy the love interest Annie a necklace. And right before he's about to confess to Annie and hand her the necklace, the mob takes him and takes him back to the mob boss. And when they get there, the mob boss reveals that he knew Castell stole the money from him, and not only is it going to cost him his life, but it's also going to cost Annie's life. Castell, now feeling the weight of his decisions, is trying to negotiate and plead with the mob boss. And while Annie is crying in the background, the mob boss explains to Castell, this is just how the world works. You made your bed, now you lay in it. And sadly, Annie gets shot. Castell, furious and having no control and nothing to do in that situation, watching as Annie's lifeless body is right next to him. As he tries to get his final words out, the mob boss kills Castell. But there is still hope. Castell's dead body gets revived by a Render, and in this new Render form, he gets revenge and murders every single one of those mob members that took the life of Annie and him. And the story only gets better from there. The art is obviously really good in here. I love the use of paneling in here, and he has a lot of panel bleeding, and that just really makes the characters pop. I also really like his inking style. He has very heavy shadows and then also a lot of cross-hatching, kind of like a Tatsuki Fujimoto type of thing, and I really love that type of art style. I like the way he draws action. It flows very well and it's very easy to understand. Now, it kind of reminds me of Berserk, where they'll have a wind-up panel and then it'll show the aftermath. That's kind of what he does here for a lot of his action, and I really like that. Alright y'all, this is going to be the end of the video. If you want to see the full picture, make sure to follow me on Instagram. Also leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And be sure to pick up the book Ruthless Render at Barnes & Nobles or Dark Horse. And be sure to also support DDMark. Peace!